With the threat of tariffs and an affordability crisis, Liberals are still the only party talking about tax cuts. The Premier has had every chance to side with working people, and he's rejected it every time.
Government
voted against making their kids. The Premier voted against making their kids' extracurriculars more affordable. He's voted against cutting small business taxes. He doesn't support taking the HST off the cost of heating your home or cooling it in the summer. And he's failed to deliver an income tax cut for the middle class. But, Madam Speaker, don't worry. Today, the Premier can change course. He and his government can vote to cut income taxes, to lower energy bills, and give small businesses a break. Or he can do what he always does, talk a big game and leave families in the lurch. So, Madam Speaker, will the Premier back real tax cuts today, or will he once again tell Ontarians to wait? It's okay.
Response. I recognize the Premier.
Well, let's talk about this, Mr. Speaker, about giving money back to the people. When we saw $3 billion more come into our province, you know what the NDP and Liberal wanted to do? They wanted to spend it on all their little backroom deals with all their buddies. We gave it back. We gave it back to the people. But they voted against the $200 rebate. One fare that would put over $1,600, $1,800 back into people's pockets. They voted against it, Mr. Speaker. When we got rid of the tolls for the hard-working, blue-collar people, they voted against the tolls. When we made sure that we gave 1.1 million low-income workers savings as much as $850 every year, you voted against it. There's no government that's put more money into people's pockets than ourselves, but you constantly vote against it. We reduced the cost of doing business by $8 billion in this province to create more hard-working, blue-collar jobs.
Question. I recognize the member for Orleans.
Well, thanks very much, Madam Speaker. I'm glad the Premier talked about spending because his government has spent more money than any government in the history of Ontario. Run the biggest deficits. So if we want to talk spending, look in the mirror, Mr. Premier. Madam Speaker, families in this province are out of patience. They don't need more slogans. They need lower bills. They need fairer taxes and a government that backs them, Madam Speaker. 7 years ago, the Premier promised Ontarians an income tax cut. But year after year, budget after budget, that promise has been left on the cutting room floor. Today's motion is a test. Will the Premier support relief for families and small businesses, or will he just keep saying maybe next time? Madam Speaker, will the Premier support tax cuts today, or is he really prepared to ask Ontario families to keep on waiting?
Back to the Premier of Ontario.
See, Mr. Speaker, let's remind everyone out there, their Liberal cap and trade. You remember that? A lot of you were there. You voted for it. We ended up reducing the gas tax by 10 cents a litre, putting money back into people's pockets. We eliminated the vehicle sticker tax by $120 per car. They voted against it. Let me say, Mr. Speaker, times have changed. When President Trump is attacking our province, attacking our country, we're going to stand up for the people of Ontario. We're going to make sure that we create the environment for companies to come here and invest into the people of Ontario. That's what we're going to focus on. We're going to continue attracting companies coming here. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to continue cutting taxes. That's what we are all about. You believe in increasing taxes.